Welcome to WagerTalk TV. I'm Kelly Stewart, joined by Marco D'Angelo and Teddy Covers. And I can't wait for a really good argument, guys. All right. I just want to like scream on this.
She doesn't say two of my favorite guys.
No, I didn't.
She doesn't do that.
You know why?
Yeah, okay.
We're not.
Well, you guys,
I just pointed that out.
You're not Dave and Ralph. What do you want from me?
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You know.
Who sends that money every month?
I know, right? Okay, seriously though.
Prez. I thought it was Prez.
Yeah.
Marco is one of my favorite guys because we are similar in a lot of ways, except he's a Scorpio. That's right. You guys are all. This is what's so fun, guys. So I like to give these guys all the hell I can in the green room before, and then they just chastise me before the camera starts, and I have to be here and be a serious person. Okay, Rams plus 3.5 at New Orleans. Total was 57 last time I looked. This is a really interesting dynamic because here is my personal opinion on the game. Here's the Saints, who rested players, of course, against the Panthers because the game didn't mean anything, had the week off, and then they got off to this really slow start. And then you have a Rams team that, in my opinion, overall dominated the Cowboys, let up a little bit late, but still got the cover. It's kind of like the old, I mean, he's only 40 as of yesterday, old quarterback versus like the new young guy, and like who has the experience? How do you factor this in? There's so many different things now with C.J. Anderson and Todd Gurley, and this Rams defense that I didn't think would be able to stop Ezekiel Elliott. Sure enough, shut him down. What do they do with Alvin Kamara? I'm all over the place. Marco D'Angelo.
I don't know. You covered the whole game. What do you think, Teddy? We can go. Let's go get a beer. Kelly, you know, you're spot on. Here's how I look at it, Teddy. I like to look at it through the eyes of John Q. Public, what their perception is going to be, because we know they're wrong most of the time. The 4 home teams all won last week. Mm-hmm. Who was the least impressive team of the 4?
Saints.
The Saints.
Absolutely. And as you said, they rested the people. And said, you saw what happened to the Rams last year, resting people in Week 17. They come out, lose their first game. The Saints do it this and almost lose the game. If they don't have the tip ball that goes through Jeffrey's hands for the interception, they might not be here. What I saw is a team that, like you said, come out rusty, slow, and let's not forget, they beat Philadelphia 48-7
the last
time they played. This was a team but they didn't beat them 48-7.
They beat them 45-35. I remember the game; they were up 3 touchdowns, and then the
Rams
made a rally back, and then they beat them up.
Right. There were twice. It was 14-14, and then it was down 21, and then they rallied back. Yeah, it was like 3 different ball games watching that one. But I think you're going to see the Saints, and you know what I took out of last week? Do you remember that 18-play drive?
I do.
That, to me, the minute they did that drive, and they kept getting pushed back.
Sure, like 4 penalties they were able to overcome on that drive.
That is a freaking championship drive. Mm-hmm. When the season's over, in the Super Bowl, and are hoisting the Super Bowl, they're going to look back to that drive. That was the drive that did it. I think they're the side here. I think they come to play. They got their wake-up call. I love a team that gets the scare and is able to survive and move on, because you're going to get everything they got the next week.
I'm interested in the total.
Okay. I was waiting for Teddy.
I was waiting for him. Oh, you're an idiot. I'm coming with you.
Exactly. I was like, we all just waited.
I really don't disagree with the Saints here at all. I think the Saints are the better of these 2 teams, and I think they probably show it. And I think the value with New Orleans off a non-cover is greater than the value off the Rams off the cover.
So I'm going to tee you up before you go to the total. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at going, it seems low. The last time these 2 played, it was 80. Each team's putting up over an average. Obviously, last game doesn't count for the Saints, but still in their cumulative season average, they're putting up over 30 points a game. 30 points a game for the Rams. And here we are just hanging out at 57. No big deal.
Sure, no weather.
No weather. We're inside a dome.
Not really? It's not going to flurry?
It looks like it's begging for me to take the over is what I was getting ready to say.
There's no frickin' way I take the over in this game. And if it gets there, it gets there. But it's an under or pass, and it's pretty clear. Think about these 2 offenses when they met, what was it, the end of October?
Okay.
Boom, flying down the field, big plays, both of them. Look at where these 2 offenses are now.
Running game.
Dink and dunk, pound and ground, nothing resembling the offenses we saw 2 months ago. The Rams are winning games with their defense these days. They're capable of doing it. They did it last week. The Saints, they scored 20 points and won a game. If they scored 23, they'd have covered.
Oh, weird.
Okay, both defenses better than we're giving them credit for, especially at the line of scrimmage. Both offenses considerably less explosive than they're being given credit for. That drive you were talking about,
Was like
is the drive of an under team, not an over team.
Yeah.
That's what
and we
the
see two
Saints
of those,
are.
and it's going to be a dead under.
They took the whole third
I was going to say that was the
quarter.
entire third quarter.
Yeah.
You
So,
know,
under.
Teddy,
Makes a
ask
lot of
you
sense
one
to
quick
this
question. The fact that they went to C.J. Anderson.
Not quick enough.
The fact that they went to him as much as they did last week, to me, tells me Todd Gurley's not 100%.
It tells me they're going to go with a two-headed monster again this week.
Why not?
And
If
I
you
wouldn't
have
be
the ability
surprised
to
at
do
all
so.
to see them
But-
run the football 40 times if they
But
have
Dallas
the
was
opportunity.
surprised. New Orleans is not going to be surprised. They're going to be ready for that. And it also tells me that McVay is trying to protect Jared Goff, too.
I was going to say give Jared Goff a little bit more time.
Do you trust Jared Goff in a game of this magnitude?
That's kind of what I was going back.
That's why I got Breeze.
With Breeze versus Jared Goff, I mean, how much mathematically we cannot quantify it. Maybe Teddy can, but I sure can't. The difference between Drew Brees and Jared Goff as far as like an actual quantitative number.
Okay, so it's at least the hook.
Okay.
Between the 3 and 3.5.
Okay.
If Jared Goff is Tom Brady or whatever, or not Tom Brady, but a quarterback with that measure, whatever, Andrew Luck or something,
Okay.
it's a 3.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great stuff from both guys. $9 Monday at WagerTalk. Get all daily pick packages for Monday's action plus early college basketball and NFL priced at only $9. This includes any 5% best bets normally priced at $30.